some rope work with Crescent Slew here, and we've got the saddle on, so I've got long 22-foot rope here with a ring on the end, and I'm just going to hook it over the saddle horn and just play with the rope and see what he thinks of the rope. You know, got him used to the saddle and stuff, so I'm just going to now play with the rope here, swing it back and forth, get to where I can throw it up and on him and off of him. So, just to see, can he handle all of this stuff before I go to get on him? Because if he's getting bothered with this, odds are he's going to get bothered when I go to get on him. So, there's a way of throwing the rope here too. See how I kind of throw a loop? When I throw, I roll my hand, and that creates a loop that throws the rope right up and over. I just throw it back and forth. And he's not too bothered with that, so now I'm going to see what he thinks of it after I get him walking. So I'm going to ask him out at a walk, so I can change the rope from just a rhythmic motion to a rhythmic pressure and actually ask him to move off of the rope. Once he gets out there, and I'm just going to play with throwing the rope around, see what he thinks. Because now I'm not asking anything of him other than for him to walk around. If he does more than that, I'm just going to keep playing with it until he kind of softens there. He softens a little, I give him a release, let him have it for a moment, then I'm going to ask him back into a walk. He picks up the walk, see he's kind of drifting sideways, so I just go with him, and then I'm going to play with the rope again. I'm going to play with him until, just all I'm doing is throwing the rope or swinging it back and forth, looking for him to get comfortable with this. He kind of softened, he thought about it, so I quit swinging the rope, let him have it, let him check it out, check in with me. Now I'm putting a little rhythm in that and say, no, don't go that way. So I'm driving him with it a bit. When I want him to move, then I put a life and intensity down and say, this is what I want. I get a picture of where I want him, and now I'm just saying, I'm just playing with my rope. This is no big deal. I just play with this. See, he gets more bothered by just motion going on around than, and it's more at once he gets out and starts moving, because he was pretty okay at the walk. So again, he comes back, he relaxes a little, there he starts licking and chewing, so I give him. I soften, I quit, and then I start it up again. Say, can you handle that? And then I'm just going to start throwing a loop up and over, get him into the saddle, saying, don't run off, but keep the rope going if I can. So he gets really bothered with that, and I need to show him that this is no big deal. Keep twirling it, helping him figure out that this rope is nothing. All I'm doing is playing with it. Throwing it up into the saddle, letting it kind of slap the saddle a little bit. He gets real worried. And what I'm going to do here is actually take him up to a fence, because he just kind of gets going and goes. So I want him to think a little bit there. So when he thinks, I quit, then I go back to playing with it again. And then I'm going to ask him to step back up, walk. So I keep asking till he steps out and around me. Then I can go back to playing with the rope. And I'm going to slowly get closer to the rail if he just keeps on going and going and going. There. He's really thinking about me there. That's nice. Following my feel. And I go back into throwing the rope up and over. So it's just making this rope actually a good thing. And I'm making it a good thing by quitting and releasing every time he thinks. So I want him out. And he goes out. He actually started walking, so I didn't twirl the rope yet. Now he's relaxed, so I just go into playing with the rope. And I'm going to see, can he, come back down while I'm throwing the rope, which he did, so I quit. And then I go back into throwing the rope. Just keep playing, keep that rhythm going. The rhythm's very important here because it lets him know what's coming next. And he's kind of just running again, so I'm going to take him up towards the fence and let him either squeeze between me and the fence or stop into the fence. That was better. Because I got to throw the rope without him just running off. Good. See, and I don't really know what his past has been. So maybe he didn't have a real good experience with getting lunged or sent out on a circle and stuff. So he's kind of working through some things. I don't really know. But it doesn't really matter. It is what it is right now. So can we help him through this? Much better. See, I was able to kind of throw the rope up and over. And again, I'm not throwing it to ask him to go faster. I'm just playing with the rope, getting him comfortable with me throwing it all around. Different ways. Yeah. And now I'm going to see what he thinks. And if he gets going just faster and faster too, and he kind of was leaning on me, so I put a little bumps on the lead rope to say, don't lean on me. There we go. So I'm going to now ask it up and around his hind. To do that, I'm going to first throw a big loop over him by throwing it forward, and then I'm going to throw it backwards. And that comes down and around his hind. Just feeling it. Yeah. So just letting him carry it there first. Attaboy. And he's thinking about me. He's checking back in with me. That's good. Now he's going, so I'm going to put a feel on that rope. So I actually put some weight into it, put a pull on it, and just hold it there. And I'd like for him to relax a little with me hold there. As soon as he relaxes, I give the feel back to him. Lots of licking and chewing, softening, and now I'm going to ask him forward. So I use the rope to say, let's go. Now can I just play with the rope? Can I throw it back up and over? I don't want him running. So now what I'm going to start doing, because he just is really getting into that forward mode. He's getting better, but it's still like, oh, I just have to run. So what I'm going to start doing here is if he really wants to run and go, I'm going to bump on the lead rope to say, if you think about running, you're going to run into something. So I want you to think about softening and relaxing. So now I'm going to ask him off again. There, the rope's caught around the stirrup, so I just play with it. Can I pick up the stirrup and drop it? Play with that while I like to let the rope kind of go wherever it goes and play with that rope where it is. And then ask him, now I threw it over his head, sending him back the other way. We're in a new eye, so I've got to kind of start over, see what he thinks of it this way. So this eye, he gets real concerned when I get a bit bigger with that throw. He comes down, I let him have that, let him think about it, and then I ask him on. In this eye here, he actually has a little cloudiness in it, so he can't see 100% with this eye, so that might be a little bit of what's going on. Yeah, that's good. Because he came back to me a lot quicker that time, so I'm going to ask him off again. Big thing I want you guys to get out of this is when you're just playing with the rope, you're just playing with the rope. You're not asking them forward, you're not asking them faster, I should say, because I am asking him to be walking. So if he can walk around me while I'm just playing with my rope, that's what I'm looking for. Can you get that comfortable? I keep this rhythm going. There, he's kind of going off faster. He's not really getting it, so I put little bumps on the lead rope, especially if he leans on me. There. Let him have that for a minute. And then ask him off again. Keep that rhythm going, keep him thinking it. I'll put a little bump because he's just kind of going. And then let him have it for a moment and then go right into saying, okay, now let's go again. So I'm not going to give him as long as he starts figuring it out. But then I'm going to say don't run. So I'm going to start controlling him a little bit more by making it uncomfortable when he goes. And if he stops, I'm going to ask him back out again. So it's not about running off. It's finding that balance in between there. Because he's starting to get to where he's now figuring out, oh, if I just stop, I can stop here and not have to deal with it. And they will do that a lot of times. So I want him to deal with not running off, but keep going. Not running off. I want him thinking. Don't stop. Keep walking. There. Good boy. Say, come on, let's go. Because he's like, I'm going to run off. That's why he doesn't want to go. Because he either wants to run or just stop. I'm saying there's an in-between. Find that in-between spot. Don't run. Don't run. Ah, better. Keep going though. Yeah. There we go. See, he just found the walk, so it's like, oh, thank you. Good, some nice lick and chew. And now I can just go back to playing with the rope. Say, okay, let's go. And that time when he picked up the trot, he was a lot softer and quiet with it, so I just let him. I'm going to help him a little, say, no, don't run. Keep walking. So it's just helping him find the answer of, yeah. This is no big deal. I'm not asking you to run, and it's no big deal. He's getting a little softer, kind of checking in with me here and there a little better. So I just keep playing with it. Good. Good. But keep walking. Not run off. Attaboy. Kind of all or nothing. I want him to find the in-between here. The habits that you see here on the ground are a lot of times the habits you're going to get when you get up on them. And That's why we're doing all of the rope work, is to see where he's at, but then also teach him that things are okay. Teach him how to think when he gets bothered. Can he think his way through this instead of just, because he wants to just go into run mode, and I'm going to start saying run mode, you're going to run into something. Keep walking, no. For a moment he thought about it. So walk, but don't run off, because you'll run into something. And that something is just the lead rope, the halter. So I want him to think about it, not just go into reaction mode. And now I'm asking him forward. But again, don't run off, just walk. Softening, relaxing. I'm going to let him have it for a moment, then ask him. Say, can you walk? Good. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. See how he's not going, oh, I gotta run. He's like, oh, all I need to do is walk? Like, yeah. That's the answer. Just staying soft and relaxed, and it's really more about just getting him unconcerned with the rope. So no matter what gait, so I'm asking him here, no matter what gait he's in, I should be able to pick up the rope and throw the rope up and on him or around him, and him not speed up or change. Because if he's listening to me, my body language, that'll tell him, though it's not about me asking more of him. So that's pretty good. Now we'll take the rope off the horn, and then I'm just going to loop it around the stirrup. And then just play with the stirrup. So now I have a new point of contact with them, so I'm going to ask them. Actually, you could start off just by standing there first. He's pretty good with that. And then I can ask him to say, okay, let's move. You can use the belly of the rope, or you saw me earlier take the tail of the rope and ask him to go. Now that he's going, can I pick the stirrup up and flop it around? See what he thinks of that. Not too bad. Because after all that rope stuff, he's like, well, it's not a big deal. So let him have a moment, and then ask him up again. It's one thing to get it at the halt, it's another to get this all at the walk, and it's another to get it at a trot. And we've just gotten him to think about walking, so I'm not going to put him right up into the trot right away. So this is good. Have him come on to me, throw the rope over, and then I'm going to send him back the other way. He's like, but that's the way we've been going. So just help him find it. Good. And now, can I pick up the stirrup and let it fall? So I pick it up, let it fall. So now he has to get used to the rope on one side, the stirrup on the other side. So there's two things going on. There we go. And she softens there. I quit pulling the rope, but I still want him to move his feet. Because this is all a progression. At first, I'm letting him stop his feet. As soon as he thinks about coming down, I let him have it, but once you've got that a number of times, then it's like, okay, now you need to get comfortable in the gait that I'm asking, which is just the walk. Good. Good. And that's what we're looking for, is for him to stay relaxed while I play with the rope. So that's nice. So I'll change sides now. Put the rope on the other stirrup, and then we do the same thing. Pick up, drop, pick up, drop. Can I throw it up into the saddle? And then I'm going to ask him on up to a walk. And then play with it. This is good. It's just getting them used to, getting them comfortable with all the flopping and throwing around. And I like just the fact that he wants to stay walking with me doing this and not going into run mode. That's nice, so we'll change direction. And throw the rope over. Send them back the other way. And can I pick up and drop the stirrup from this side now? Earlier, this was his side that really concerned him. This is nice. Throw it up and over. He can take it around the hind end. He's not really concerned about the rope behind him so much, but some horses are. When you throw it back there, they'll start bucking and carrying on. And we just keep it back there until they soften. And you get to where you can pick up a feel on it, where it starts rubbing a little bit with the hind legs. You have to get comfortable with that. That's good. Can't throw the rope back up and over him. Nice. Nice change from the beginning. So it's just staying with it until you get these changes. And if, you might just get some small changes the first day. And that's okay. Because we'll be doing this for another at least 3 days and maybe even longer. Until you can pretty much come out and start off right where he left off here. Because you come put the rope on there and he's just like, oh, no big deal. That's really what we're looking for. And once you get that, then you don't really need to do it anymore. So, appreciate your time. See you next time.